First of all, Janetta, may I ask you to place your open house flyer one more time? Only because those that were not here were not able to see it uploaded. You have to upload again for those who came after you uploaded it. So only you, me, and David are able to see it.
And it's beautiful. I have a question.
Hi, Robert.
Hey, so has the area director thing, I know the spring conference was this weekend. How did it go?
It went great, and I will definitely email you your connection for the new division director, Elizabeth Moala Page.
Okay.
Do you know her?
I think isn't she the one that led the speech contests?
Yes.
Are you gonna be at Boeing on Friday?
Yes.
Can we talk on Friday?
Yes, absolutely. Okay.
Like after the meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say welcome. We're winding down, and it's so nice I have made, let's see, co-host is Z and David, and they're watching those to come in. I asked earlier before we started the recording, if you have any open houses or anything special that's going on in your club, please upload it or place a link in chat so we can help you promote it, share it, attend it, maybe get you some new members. That would be great. So anyone else, right now we have one open house in chat. We'd love to see some more. Also, I'd like to recognize our dignitaries. We have a dignitary here from a different district, Deshaun Mosley. Welcome.
Yeah.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Thank you.
Tell us.
Yes, my name is Deshaun Mosley, Chicago, Illinois. I talk right over you, so it doesn't matter. And I'm happy to be here. And I have the incoming CGD. I told her about you. I don't know whether you're going to have this again next year or not, but anyway, if you do, she'll be coming instead of me.
Well, that's a great question. Our incoming CGD is here, Jocelyn Williams. Welcome. Club Growth
Good evening, everyone.
That's something you could ask Jocelyn, but I can tell you that in our program quality director, we will have something called Training Tuesdays. And if Jocelyn wants to keep Marketing Mondays going, that would be great. But PQD is moving to Tuesdays for training. We're going to have all sorts of training. And maybe Zinnia Ship could talk a little bit about that real quick if she'd like.
Am I able to do it?
Yes, Robert. Z, you want to share what you're going to be training on? Let's see.
I'm trying to get myself organized. I'm not very organized today. So let's see. Hopefully, we will be doing new member orientation for the entire district. That's one of the things that's lacking. And if they attend the new member orientation, they will enroll in pathways by the end of the new member orientation. That is the goal, that they will have selected their path and they are enrolled in pathways so that we can increase the percentage. I know that Elizabeth said training Tuesdays, it may become training Thursdays, but it will still have an alliteration, so stay tuned. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Z. Yes, Z is unable to train on Tuesdays, and her special member orientation, she's the chair and PQD for that, and she will set her own schedule, and we'll post that on our calendar very soon. Lots of exciting training going on for the new year. We have all sorts of training. We also like to recognize our dignitaries. We have a division director, Dara Griffith, here. Welcome, Dara.
Thank you, Madam. Club Growth Director.
And we have an incoming division director, Louis Medina. Welcome, Louis. Jocelyn Williams, incoming Club Growth Director. Would you like to say a few words?
I am really excited to be here this evening. And our guest asked a very good question. I would like to see the marketing sessions continue. So that is to be determined exactly what that format will be and when that will be.
Great answer. Thank you. We also have a guest here who's here often from another district as well, Anita Delacroix. Anita, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us about your clubs.
We've just finished our conference. We've had our district conferences and the district speakers that are going to be moving forward. They've got their videos done, of course. It was fun. It was a 12-hour day. We started at 6:30 o'clock in the morning and we ended at 7. It was a very long day. But we had 3 keynote speakers. It was a very good conference. A lot of things were going on. Our clubs are up and down as everyone is experiencing right now. I will be doing a panel discussion coming up on this Saturday night, promoting Beat the Clock, because it ain't June 30th yet. So we're going to be doing that, and I'm looking for new and innovative ideas. We're going to do some brainstorming. We're going to get some new stuff out there. And in other words, we've got the kindling and we're stoking that fire. We're just getting that fire set up under everyone. So that's what I'm trying to do with the panel discussion, and hopefully we'll get a good response to that, because we do need to grow our district or regrow our district. It has been falling by the wayside, and it's time to throw out the what do you call that round thing? This life preserver. Yeah, the life preserver. But before you throw out the life preserver, you got to know that the people need to know how to swim to get to it, so that they can help the process along. You can't pull everybody in. They've got to do the work. Excellent.
Thank you so much. I'm typing in chat now, our Club Mentor sponsor and our Marketing Monday shared Google Drive. Oh, Troy is here. Hi, Troy. How are you? Well,
Hi.
I just placed your page in there. Why don't we go ahead and introduce you first? Troy Rocket, welcome. He's one of our club growth chairs, our club quality chair. Welcome, Troy. Tell us a little bit.
Thank you, Elizabeth and fellow Toastmasters. I'm Troy Rocket, your District 56 Club Quality Chair for New Club Mentors. And yes, it is almost the end of the Toastmasters year. However, we are still building new clubs, and we need you. We need new club mentors to be the advisors for these new clubs to build that strong foundation of excellence. Every new club in District 56 needs a mentor, and I encourage all of you to volunteer to be a new club mentor. Back to you, Elizabeth.
Excellent. All you have to do is go to that page, that Club Mentor page, and fill out a form and Club Mentor sheet. You'll have your name added, and away you go. We also have David Bell here. David is our Club Retention Chair. Welcome, David.
Thank you. There's over 70 clubs in District 56 that qualify for a club coach. What qualifies for a club coach? Anywhere from 3 to 12 members. That's a lot of clubs who need help rebuilding their membership back to 20. And so we can give you lots of ideas, but having a club coach in your club can also help you and guide you and support you in doing that as well. So whether you need a coach or you want to be a coach, reach out to me. We also have Beat the Clock. I love that. It sounds like we're like hitting something. Beat the clock. And as mentioned earlier, till June 30th, that's about getting 5 new members in your clubs, and you'll get recognition for that as well. And you'll grow your club and life will be good. Back to you, Elizabeth.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Well, guess what? Oh, and Fatima's here. Hi, Fatima. Fatima is a Division P director. Welcome, Fatima. Would you like to say something?
No, not at this time. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, Fatima is also a dignitary. Welcome, Fatima. It's so great to see district leaders on here. Zinnia Ship is our new club research chair. Welcome, Z. Thank you for being here. Would you like to share?
As I have said on numerous Marketing Mondays, I work closely with our Club Growth Director, Elizabeth Ruiz, to ensure that all areas, divisions in District 56 have a Toastmasters club. That is our goal, and we will continue that goal through June 30th when we pass it over to Club Growth Director-elect Jocelyn Williams. Back to you, Elizabeth.
Excellent. Yay. And it will be a very smooth transition. Cannot wait. Okay.
Hey, Elizabeth, this is Fatima.
Yes.
You know what? I forgot. I've just been so tired. I want to thank everyone who was able to attend the conference. It was really great. The speech contests were awesome. We had some outstanding evaluators, and all of the speeches were just fantastic. The whole conference was really great. If you missed it, please be sure to make plans to try to attend the next one.
Oh, and Fatima, you rolled right into that one. And guess what? Fatima is the upcoming chair for training next year and program quality director at program quality. So this is going to be an exciting year coming up. Jocelyn is here and we have 2 chairs for PQD here. It's going to be an exciting time. Lots of training going on. You will not be missing training. There'll be more training than you could probably attend, but we'll see. Okay, we're going to learn something new today. It is new, yet very old. And I know it sounds backwards, but we're going to find out to see what we know. And I want to ask who here knows who Tim Berners-Lee is? Tim Berners-Lee. Tim Berners-Lee. Well,
No sé.
Tim Berners-Lee described an amazing way of how marketing really, what it's all about. And I'll place all of these videos and articles and handouts and everything in our shared Google Drive, which I did place in chat, by the way, our shared Google Drive. Now, Berners-Lee, it's called Deconstructing a Bag of Chips. Has anyone ever heard of this simple presentation about how marketing a bag of chips is all about? Has anyone ever heard about this? Okay, this is very interesting. Marketing can be summed up in a bag of chips. Now, how can we do this? Well, if you look at a bag of chips, it has everything you could possibly want to know about a bag of chips. I'm going to keep in mind that a bag of chips is your club and your club website and how you market your club. And most likely, let's look at the club website. Why? The club website is to, of course, recognize our members, but most importantly, it's to gain new members. It's to share who we are and why join our club instead of the other 155 clubs. We did have a session on this in Marketing Mondays last year about our club website and that how it is to be marketed towards new members or prospects. So let's take a bag of chips and use it as an example as a club website. And this is what it's all about. In the Berners-Lee bag of chips, what he did is he tried to explain marketing and data. And on a front bag of potato chips, you see the graphics. You see the invitation to where it's inviting. First of all, they know who their audience is. They know who they want to market to. And they create this appealing and compelling front graphic on the bag of chips. And that's it. It compels you to want to pick up the bag of chips and buy it. Is your website compelling prospects to click, learn more, or to attend your club? Or is your front bag of chips, meaning your homepage of your website, is it not doing it? Meaning a new member, they may not know what 10 for 10 is or President's Distinguished. Are we having our club homepage like the front of the bag of chips? Now, when you turn over the bag of chips, it has all of this data. It will tell you different sets of information. There's the UPC code, there's the nutrition, where it's made, the address, all sorts of information on a bag of chips. And this is how our homepage should look, like the front of a bag of chips. And then in those little tabs, like the back of a bag of chips. And this is called linked data. Why am I discussing this now? I have spent 2 months with over 100 experts in the world about knowledge graphs and marketing and using data to market. There is a knowledge graph tech conference that started today in New York City. It's hybrid, it's in person and online. It's a 5-day tech conference all week. And it brings the best of the best data marketers. I am very grateful to share that I am their master speaker coach, that the conference hired me, and I've been working 7 days a week from 5 in the morning to 10 o'clock at night for 2 months, where they can actually go on my website and they can schedule an hour at a time with me. And we go over their slide deck. I listen to their presentation. It's all 20 minutes long. And I critique every slide and I give them tips on how to rephrase what they're sharing and how to say what they really want to say. But even though I have helped them tremendously, they have no idea how much they've helped me and learn more about data and marketing. There is something that is called, and I cannot wait to upload her slide deck. She's allowed me to share this. She is in Bulgaria, and she's one of the top data marketers using data with, it's called linked content. Does anyone know what linked content is? Raise your hand. This is so cutting edge. It is so amazing. What it is we are now in the phase where we don't just share bits and pieces. We need to come together and link all of our data, meaning this, you click on this, and this will take you to another data set. And this data set will take you to another data set. And it creates this giant, what they call a knowledge graph. And it will take you here to here to here, very similar to a bag of chips. You see the front bag that draws you in, you turn it over and you see all these different data sets, and it's all together. This is a lot deeper. It's very understandable once you see it and you hear these top experts in the world explain linked data. And there's something that I learned today. So excited about it. And it's called, does anyone know what Dialogic is? Dialogic Marketing. Dialogic. D-I-A-L-O-G-I-C. It is a new way to market. This is going to be so powerful for our clubs. I cannot wait to start implementing this just in the clubs that I'm in. it's so powerful once you put a data set together and you link all your content together. And this is what Dialogic is. Everything is connected to everything. I mean, that's so powerful. Everything is connected to everything. Does anyone here know who Ted Nelson is? Ted Nelson. He is another phenomenal data marketing guru. And there is a YouTube video I will definitely upload. And it talks about how knowledge graphs can build smarter marketing. Once you get the hang of the using it and how to put it together, there's a framework, and you build your knowledge graph where you're linking all your data together. It's so powerful. There are all the top corporations in the world that have these tech companies that are putting together these knowledge graphs. And I asked my husband, he works for a publicly traded company, if they have knowledge graphs. They don't have them yet. Their tech department's not doing knowledge graphs yet. Does anyone here have a company or know someone who is working in knowledge graphs right now? Does anyone know what a knowledge graph is? Oh, I'm so excited. I get to, this is this is so cutting edge. You're going to absolutely love it. I'll drop in the framework of how to build the knowledge graph. And once you build it, you'll see how to plug in all of your data and to link it together. And you'll start with the website, and it's amazing. Now, what can you do with linked data? Linked data, this helps prospects, it helps new members, and it helps current members. Linked data allows the user to cherry pick different sets of terms from, I'm going to say, vocabularies that already exist. And vocabularies are words that you use. For example, if you have 10 for 10 on your homepage, does anyone have 10 for 10 on their homepage of their club website? I know one of mine does. Anyone else? Troy? Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of clubs that I'm in that says 10 for 10 on the homepage. Well, a lot of new members don't even know what that is. Most of them don't. But what if we could have a data set, the vocabulary, we don't know what that word is, but there's a link that we can click on it and it'll explain what is 10 for 10. We also shared in another session, and it has a graph that I had shared. I believe it was in the content marketing one. And I had learned this when I was doing my master's of strategic communication at Columbia. They did this lots of research of what is the best language to use when you want to get your point across to where it's understandable in the least amount of time. What grade level should we write or explain things in? Does anyone remember that? What was that grade level? And they used a book.
Fifth grade?
David.
8th grade.
8th grade?
That's great.
Okay, David.
6th grade.
Look,
5th grade.
5th grade. Yeah, it's 5th grade. 5th grade. It's like middle school, 5th, 6th, 7th grade. And they used the Harry Potter book. If you could write on that grade level of Harry Potter, and just think how many copies Harry Potter sold. And the graph and the research I uploaded in the content marketing session, it's so important to understand what's the quickest way to get our point across, most understandable and most compelling. Because remember, what's our attention span now? Does anyone remember that in a session I taught? Yes.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Yeah, 3 seconds. We have now the attention of a goldfish, attention span of a goldfish. And that's something that I had taught in a previous session. How can we use that information? Well, we need to make it really compelling, and we need to keep that new member prospect on our homepage before they pass over it. Why? We're all used to fast acting, drive through. I want my content, information, food now. I can't wait another second. And that's why video is so powerful. That's another session that we had taught about how long does someone stay on a page with video versus graphics. And then something that Jocelyn mentioned on Saturday at the leadership panel discussion, she was asked, what are you going to do in club growth to keep our younger generation? And she brought up the importance of TikTok. We also have a session in TikTok that we taught about how to get our Generation Zers into our clubs, and that's creating a TikTok account. Who here has created a TikTok account? Raise your hand and placed it on your club website. I have, Lewis has, I know has them in 2 of her clubs. It's a great way to, oh, that's so bizarre. I said, raise your hand, and it automatically raised my hand. It's listen.
Oh, that does that.
Oh, it listens to me. It's like my phone. Okay, that's weird. And TikTok really helps. Why I have, you can go back to Marketing Monday, and there's that TikTok marketing session, and it tells you how to start a TikTok page, why, and what to put on your TikTok. It's so much information. But let's go back to linked data. So with linked data, you have the ability to connect multiple data sets in linked data. And you can cherry pick those different sets in the terms from the vocabularies that you create that's already on there, but maybe I may not know. For example, what's President's Distinguished? What's 10 for 10? What does COT mean? Club Officer Training. What's DTM? I see DTM after all these names. What is DTM? We have to put ourselves in the shoes of a non-member. It's so important to remember what we've learned, not only in Marketing Mondays, but in our own day-to-day life. We have, and this is something that we also shared in one of the sessions, how much information is being thrown at us on a daily basis. And we don't retain that much. How and what do we retain? We retain things that we are interested in. It's no longer the day of, I'm going to show you what you need to buy. Marketing is now going out and researching, what do you want? And then creating that to compel your prospect to go out and pick you over all the other products. And this is what we need to do in our clubs. We've learned how to create our why and why pick us. We've learned so much about YouTube and TikTok and social media and websites. But now let's take all of this that we've done and let's link the data. Let's create a knowledge graph. And let's do, what did I say? Dialogic marketing. And what does dialogic mean? Does anyone remember? Dialogic. I had to write it down because I'm still learning too. Dialogic.
Everything is connected to everything.
Yes.
I
Yes.
had to write it down too. Yeah.
Me too.
Now I'm going to teach you a new word, and I'll let you Google this, but I'll put all of this in our slide deck, in our Google Drive. Has anyone heard of the word intertwingled? INTERTWINGLED. Intertwingled. That is your new word of the day in marketing. Intertwingled. Intertwingled.
Well,
That is something that you will start hearing in marketing a lot. We're going to learn, I'll leave you the framework, how to take chunks or data sets and blend it together into a knowledge graph where we can have everything linked together. It's so powerful. The thing that I want to leave with you is really think about this, which I know most of us do already. What is the number one item where we get our own knowledge, our information? Would anyone like to say, what do you think is our number one go-to to get information, knowledge? Anyone?
Uncle Google.
Close.
In general,
YouTube.
YouTube.
Okay,
videos of-
where do you see, where do you look at YouTube?
On the web.
And where do you look at the web?
On my
Computer.
computer.
Okay. Right now, research shows that everything is happening on our phones now.
Phone. I'm behind this. I'm behind the curve.
Well, that's okay. Right now, the curve is bending and the majority, the percentage, everything is happening on our phones now. We need to, that's great that we have a great presence on our computer, but what about, remember that 3-second attention span? And we have, yes, Harold, you're right. He is the inventor of the World Wide Web. That's what he's known for. Everything right now is happening on our phones. If we have a website, you better have that mobile page up to date. I can't tell you, has anyone ever gone to a website on your mobile phone and it's out of sync? Words are overlapping. Has anyone ever seen that? Jocelyn's shaking her head. Yes. Yes. That's because they are behind the times. They are not looking at what their website looks like on a phone. I myself, so many people, I'm not a Gen Zer. My son is a Gen Zer and my 2 oldest children are millennials. All 3 of them, they don't have desktop. They don't have computers. They do everything on their phone. They order their food on the phone. My daughter does all of her shopping on the phone. They order movie tickets on the phone. They book vacations on the phone. They do all their research on a phone. Who here does a lot on your phone? Raise your hand. I do. Yes. Oh, and there's that dang hand. Mike. Okay. So everything's happening on our phone. Let's check out. Have you looked at what your website looks like on your cell phone? Anyone? Okay, Lewis, tell us, what does your website look like on a cell phone?
It looks a little bit awkward. I was just looking at the major picture. It seems like it's stretched out, so it's not even at the right pixel size for it to be understandable.
Yes. Yes. 2 things I would like for you to do tonight or this week before the next week. Take your cell phone and go to your club website or club websites on your cell phone and let's see what that looks like. If it needs some tweaking, then go and fix your website. We have an expert free toast host master here, City of Shit. And I'm sure if you email her, me, or anyone that knows anything about free toast, if you need help, we can help you. But let's clean up our club website on the mobile phone first. Once you clean up the website on the mobile phone and it looks wonderful, then we're going to implement your linked data.
Mhm.
Why that second? Because if you create linked data and it doesn't work properly on a mobile phone, you're going to lose your potential new member.
Mhm.
Let's do the housekeeping first, and then we're going to link all of our data, and you're going to love it. You're going to have everything linked. And what was that word where everything is linked?
Dialogic.
Yeah.
Intertwingle. Quick.
Interwingled.
Twingled, intertwingled.
Yes.
Intertwingled.
Our clubs are going to be like what? A bag of chips.
Bag of chips.
Okay. Any questions?
Elizabeth, I do have one question. This sounds like it may be a development or an expansion of when you're going to search something for information, you'll see related topics that you can click on. Or the other one is you may be interested in that you can click on. Is this sort of a growth development from that to use in marketing?
Yes, you could use it like that. Yes, but you'll see, I'm going to show you a slide deck that explains everything. It's going to show you step by step. It's going to share, I have a couple of research papers, peer-reviewed research papers that go into it even deeper if you want to learn more about it. It's fascinating. It's what all companies are doing right now. We're trying to get our clubs ahead and make it intertwingled and dialogic. And everything's happening on the phone. We need to get our clubs looking pretty on the phone. Okay, who here would like to tell us your takeaway for the night? Mammy?
Okay. My takeaway for tonight was a lot. I heard all this great information, especially about the website and, about the phone, that you can use more on the phone, because I use my phone a lot for everything I do, but I didn't know about Toastmasters website and how we can tighten it up. And so I will be emailing somebody to help me with our website.
Excellent. Thank you. Janetta?
I need to know more about the dialogic marketing, the way that you link the different aspects of your website to all kind of merge into one to be intertwingled at the end.
Yes. And you will have a framework in the shared Google Drive in a few minutes.
I got that.
Okay. Yes, Harold.
I think the key has to be the emphasis on making sure our websites are appropriate for access by cell phones, because I don't think many of us have done that in the past.
Excellent. I think we're going to take a long look. Yes, Ryan? Oh, Deshaun. Yes, Deshaun?
Yeah, I didn't know that the cell phone was that popular. I knew it was popular, but it's intertwingled in Dialogic business. I've got to get with that because I have another company that I need to really look at my website and make sure it looks well on the phone.
I didn't think you're supposed to turn it upside down.
I just brought my club Boeing Toastmasters. Oh, sorry. I just brought my club Boeing Toastmasters more enthused. I said, come join us for a great meeting on Fridays. The more the merrier. We would love to have you. 11:30 to 12:30 Fridays in the link.
Love it. Thank you, Robert. Ryan, what is your takeaway?
I always can, when you get on, the way you are so enthusiastic about the cutting edge of how data with a soul can drive solutions to some of the things that all of the things that we're working in and deriving from. There's so much you can pull out of it, whatever wisdom you can grab from it, and the dialogic and the verbiage, bringing you into the new way of thinking, a paradigm shift for you. So that's powerful for me. But then also, I actually learned something. I love the insight. You just were just saying it off the cuff, but I just love learning more about what you do. That was actually that was super cool to me. And to be able to recognize that we need to really look at our sites, because my company actually they did a whole revamp. Communication team came in, like Deshaun was talking about for himself, and they literally revamped it so it can be more clickable from the phone. So because they recognize if you're putting stuff on LinkedIn and you're putting it across these social media platforms, even those of us who are seasoned, shall I say, we still are using the phone, because the world is, remember I told you that data earlier, the world, it doesn't matter, 70%, that's grandma and grandpa, are on social media platforms and devices. And that is notwithstanding to the demographics. So that's a lot of people on there. And 90%, 95%, 30 and under are completely engrossed. So it's just that there's no, you're not getting around it if you're trying to reach out and speak. If you're still printing stuff up, putting it on the wall, you're missing the whole group.
Thank you, Ryan. Who else would like to share? Their number one takeaway? Thank you, Harold, for that.
I'd like to share, Elizabeth.
Yes, see?
Just recently, we had a new member at Southeast Houston Toastmasters share that we use all these acronyms, DTM, PQD, and she said, I don't know what that means. And she's a new member. So it's not just about guests who are coming to our website, it's also about our new members. We know what it means, but we forget that the new members, the guests, the prospective members aren't aware of our internal language, and we need to be cognizant of that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, does anyone here know who David Ogilvy is? David Ogilvy? Yes, David?
The father of advertising?
Yes, yes, yes. Now I'm going to read you a very short quote. The customer is not a moron. She's your wife, is a famous quotation attributed to advertising executive David Ogilvy in 1955. And it also appeared in his 1963 book, Confessions of an Advertising Man. Remember, customer is not a moron. This goes back way, way back. And I will share more about that. There's a whole section on why we need to understand how updated the customer is right now. They're very smart. And what do I mean by this? They want to know everything. They want to know as much information as possible. Why? Because it's now at our fingertips. We don't need to go to a library or go through a yellow pages and make phone calls. We get information on our fingertips through our phones. And when we go to something, our club website, we are not a moron. We found your club website. Now we really want to know information. Now it's time to link our information on our website for the customer who is no longer a moron. Okay, David, yes.
I would ask for confirmation on this, but I have heard that many people, when they're in the buying mode, whether it's a car or a Toastmasters club, they've already done the research before they get there. They already have an idea of what they want to do. They're just confirming what they want to do.
I want to second that motion because I was in car dealership selling myself, and 90% of the people come up there and they can educate you more than what you already know. I get surprised all the time. So being really on top of things is extra important. And I just want to second that portion about your phones is practically your pocket computer. And the deal is that people get on the phone to go into a Zoom meeting while they're at the grocery store. That people driving to work, you know what I'm saying, jumping into these meetings and having things that are easy for them to basically to blend in, to be part of that meeting, to understand what's going on. And that's one of the things I do, is that when I drive, I'm educating. That's why I use a lot of audiobooks and all, you know, it's like every single moment you have, it's golden. Time is money. That's how I look at it. So
Yes, I'm going to leave you with one other final quote, and then I'm going to ask the rest of you. I wrote down here, if your idea doesn't count, your information will be like a ship in the night. And that's something that I really learned these past 2 months, listening to all these experts in the field of digital data marketing. And it's basically, if our idea doesn't count, if it does not provide value on the web, and it does with linked content, our club is going to be like ships passing in the night. No one will see us. Okay, who else would like to share their takeaway? Mark, Jocelyn, Troy, Gail?
Yes, Madam Chair. I'm sorry I came in late. I had an overlapping meeting, but I just added a new word to my vocabulary, intertwingle.
Yes.
Yes, that's a good one. But I'll catch the rest of it on the review.
Okay. I'm
you.
glad you picked that one up. That's great. Mark?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the chip analogy. I thought that was excellent because my wife is a huge fan of the chips, and she can't walk past a bag of chips without picking up and eating some. Yeah, so that was really fascinating. So thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome. Just remember, our club is like a bag of chips. Okay, someone else? Lang?
I think I learned some new terms today, and I think I need to brush out our website. Our website just has information to set, nothing else.
I love it. Excellent. Dora? Mammy? Fatima?
You pointed out the use of the phone, and as soon as you said it, I was like, that's so obvious. How are we missing out on something so obvious? I think that's part of just marketing in general, is something that is obvious we forget about. So it's very interesting to hear about intertwingled and dialogic.
Yes.
And using data, which I love, to help drive and make sure that we're promoting and marketing correctly.
And data, where do we get data? There's data everywhere to mine. We can mine so much data from our dashboard, from our reports, from our membership lists. We have so much data to mine. We just need to use it. Okay, anyone else like to share their takeaway? Jocelyn, Harold, Troy, Anita.
There were some golden nuggets that were offered this evening. In particular, everything is connected to everything, and the importance of the mobile space. I know that at my company, we create applications, and they go through extensive mobile testing for both the Android and the iPhone, because that's where are connecting with each other and connecting with data. So that's really key.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else like to share? Troy?
Yes, I'll just go by what Mark brought out. Market your club like a bag of chips. It's simple, but it's so chips are the most powerful item out there. And if we can market our clubs like a bag of chips, that will definitely bring in guests and new members and everything. So keep it simple, but keep it like a bag of chips.
There you go. Excellent. That sums up the whole session.
Yes.
Okay, anyone else? Who has not shared their takeaway? Anita.
Yeah, my takeaway is also related to the bag of chips, because we see a bag of chips and we know which one we want. And
why though?
We can identify it in a blink because of the colors. We know what we want. So that's what we're going to reach out for. And that visual is so important to bring out. And as you said, now on the phones more than just a website, but your website's on the phone. But the visual is so important because I see it, that's what I want. And that's what I'm going to reach for.
Do you know what your target market wants in a club?
Are you asking me personally?
Yes.
Oh, no, I don't. So the visual has to be whoever is coming to the club. We have to present the visual as attractive as it can be so that it's reaching several people.
Right. There is a Marketing Monday session on how to find your target audience and how to market your club for them. For example, in one of the clubs that I'm in, we did market research, and one of the clubs that I'm in, they love that we have photos of us in a club meeting and we're all smiling and our arms are all together and we're showing who won what with our ribbons. And the majority of the new members shared that out of all the club websites they look like, our club looked like it had the most fun. So we're keeping that on the website. So let's find out who is our target audience and what do they want? And then let's create the front cover of the bag of chips for them. We can put all the data behind on the back side of the bag, and we're going to link it all together. But first, we need to go check out all of our club websites on our mobile phones.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Great class.
Thank you. Anything, Mammy Burks? I see you, but you have two Mammy Burks.
I invited my president.
Oh, hi, Madam President. Would you like to share your takeaway?
Yes. Well, the cell phone thing, of course, looking at it. And I got a ton of notes, and the meeting really wasn't even that long. But my takeaway is I wish I had came sooner. I really enjoyed this, and I'll definitely be joining more often. I like the bag of chips thing. I'm gonna use everything you said. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it at work. I'm gonna use it at Toastmasters. I'm gonna use it. So I appreciate it.
Aw, tell me your name.
My name is Sonia Falk.
Hi.
I am like Mamie said, we're in Bellwood. Hey, Deshaun. We're in Bellwood Toastmasters 589-107 in Bellwood, Illinois.
Excellent. Well, welcome. How exciting. Go ahead.
No, I'm listening to you.
I think it's great. You're going to take this outside of your Toastmasters club and use it in marketing. I think it's great. I heard Deshaun say the same thing in one of his companies. Okay. Any final thoughts?
Oh, I'm not going to be here next week. I know I've been missing a lot, but work's just been.
That's okay, Robert. I understand. You can always watch the recording. I would like to again take a look at your club or clubs on your cell phone, and then let's create your homepage like a bag of chips. Okay, have a great evening and a great week. See you next time. Thank you for being here.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Be healthy.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.